all know the four deadly sins: lust, greed, gluttony, and backgammon? Hi, welcome to Learn Something Sunday, where I read an academic article and I share it with you. This week I read this article on backgammon and chess and their historic importance. See, growing up, I was always around backgammon. My grandmother hosts online backgammon tournaments and would go to in-person ones all the time. Still does to this day. So I was curious and I went looking for an academic article on it, and I found this one about the connection between backgammon and Persia. See, backgammon is actually extremely old, and so is chess, but I care most about backgammon for this, sorry. The earliest reference to backgammon is found in a text from the 7th century, and it could be even older than that. You see, backgammon, despite looking like this, is actually supposed to symbolize life itself and a battle against fate. See, backgammon embodies the cosmos and the universe itself. You travel across the 7 planets and the 12 zodiac signs. Your pieces are humans in this journey, and you must go against fate, the roll of the dice. Backgammon and chess kind of have a yin-yang relationship in this way, where chess is meant to symbolize battle and strife and struggle in life, and it is an entirely strategic-based game, where backgammon is behest to fate and the throw of the dice, and symbolizes the fate and luck of life. Backgammon was so important in Persia that to be nobility, you had to learn backgammon. To be considered cultured, you had to be able to play backgammon. Among many other things in a prince's training was backgammon. This was a very important thing. Now, backgammon on a gambling front is not always supported historically. A lot of Islamic nations were against backgammon and gambling. Not necessarily against the game, but with backgammon and the roll of the dice came putting money on it. And that is bad. We have so many of these, ancient images of backgammon of all games. It's really interesting. There's a whole legend surrounding backgammon that is discussed in this article, where pretty much Indians brought chess to the Persians and went, figure out how this game works and the mentality behind it. And after 3 nights, they finally did it. They finally figured out what chess is meant to symbolize and battle and strife and how to play it without being told the rules. And so the Persians then took backgammon to India and said, figure it out. And they couldn't because they were foolish. This is a Persian story and it's meant to make them look cool. And that's where we get this text that it's meant to symbolize life, the cosmos, fate, and all of this stuff. And it's just crazy that a game like this, that I grew up with, has so much ancient and important cultural context, where we have so many images of it throughout time. And it was so important to so many cultures, and it's barely represented nowadays. I don't know, there's not much, this was just kind of an interesting one for me. There's not much, significance. There's not a huge lesson to this one. I just didn't really know the history of backgammon, so, I hope you learned something.